In the previous video that I made about Michael Jackson, I told you that he was going to give me a tour of the other side. So in this video, I'm going to share everything that I saw in heaven, how Michael lives, and what is he actually doing in heaven. Welcome to Elevate Your Consciousness. My name is Virma. I am a spiritual teacher that, through meditation, I am able to connect with Source, my higher self, and those on the other side. When Michael Jackson showed up again to give me a tour of the other side, he told me that he was about 30 years old. He looked like the Beat It era. He was wearing a long sleeve shirt and a t-shirt, and he gave me a hat. And he said, concentrate, really focus, breathe, and concentrate on this hat. As I'm holding the hat, I am looking at it, trying to feel it, trying to feel the texture of the hat, to try to focus. Because what I actually do is, when someone on the other side gives me something, they want me to do a visualization so they can take me and show me things on the other side. So I am focused on this hat, but it seemed like it was taking forever for me to concentrate and for us to take off. And he continued to tell me, just focus. Before I knew it, I was in front of a stage and Michael was singing. He had a mic, his shirt was flowing back, his hair was flowing back, like there was a fan in front of him. And this fan was blowing his hair and it was blowing his shirt. Now, if you've seen the song Dirty Diana, that is actually what he was singing. But this song was playing in a loop. He was not actually singing the song. It was just the beginning. So the song was going, oh no. That was what he was singing over and over. Just the beginning of the song. That's all he was playing. And the wind was just blowing his shirt and blowing his hair. As I am down here in the front row, just watching Michael, I jumped on stage. When I jumped on stage, I walk around him as he's singing. I'm walking around him, and then I hold on to the mic stand because I felt that this was going to help me anchor myself even more. He holds on to me, and before I knew it, we are traveling at high speed toward a light. So we finally make it to heaven. We're there. We land on this beautiful lawn of grass. He tells me that every blade of grass is alive, is conscious, it has a soul. And I felt a little weird. I felt bad stepping on the grass. As I'm looking at the grass, he tells me, look up. Look, that light, that is God. God is the light of heaven. In front of me, there is this huge mansion. He has a lot of land. I see purple, red, and pink trees on this side. On that side, I see a garden and more purple and pink and red trees as well. Then I see a lot of animals. He tells me that in heaven, we get to have everything that we love, and that he loved nature and he loved animal. And he has some of the animals that he had in heaven that have passed away, and other animals were animals that he had before he even went to earth. He's communicating with these animals mind to mind. So we go inside the house. He has a beautiful house inside. He tells me that every soul prefers white furniture in heaven. There's a comfy couch with a lot of pillows. It looks very beautiful. And he tells me that in heaven you can have all the comfort that you ever wish. Because anything that you can think of, you can create in heaven. So you can have anything that you wish, and you can have comforts in heaven. And then he tells me, I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. And Jehovah's Witnesses believe that if you pass away and you go to heaven, you are going to sleep. He laughed and he said, I'm sorry to tell you, but there's no sleeping in heaven. You don't get any rest in heaven. Heaven is not for resting, it's not for sleeping. You don't get to sleep here, and you don't get to eat unless you want to. And if you come here, you can spend your life worshiping God. But most of us know that we are God, that we are the creator, and that everything there is God. So therefore, heaven is for creating. We are creator here, and we create things that we love. Then he rushes me because he wants to take me to this room that he wants to show me. He didn't show me his backyard. He didn't show me his kitchen. He just went straight into this room where he has a lot of instruments, musical instruments. This is where he creates his music and all his songs. And he said that most of his songs from earth, he's still singing those, but he is creating new songs right now. And those songs that he's creating, he's placing those songs in artists on earth. Because he told me when he was on earth, he had to wait for an inspiration. He had to meditate and just wait for the perfect sound, the perfect song, in order for him to get a song or to get a melody or something, right? But in heaven, he is actually the creator of these songs. All he has to do is just think, and he creates it right away. There is no wait time, right? Because he's a creator on the other side. And he told me that that's what he's doing, creating all these beautiful songs and placing it in somebody's head. And it is like an inspiration, a collaboration, right? Then he takes me to this other room. This room is full of mirror, and it has a dance floor. And he's there just spinning around, doing the Michael Jackson spin and spin and spin, and laughing really loud and very happy. And he tells me how much he loves creating, and that dances that he's creating, he is giving those to choreographers that can really connect to the other side. Basically, those people that are they are going to the stillness, that meditate, those people will get those download of that choreography even faster, right, from the other side, because that's, you get creative things from the creator, you get it from the other side. So if a choreographer takes the time to meditate, it will get the download even faster. So that's what he's doing up there. He's actually creating new routines and new songs and new dances, and then placing it in people, humans' thoughts, so they can make it a reality here on earth. And he was just really happy doing this. And I said, why do you create? He said, I create for the love of joy. I create because I love to bring joy, happiness, and love. And doing this out of love. And I can do this for eternity. I can do this forever. And he told me that, it took me about 2 months to be able to communicate with you. I've been at your place for about 2 months. I was just there watching you, waiting for a turn. And I said, Michael, have you been stalking me? What are you doing, Michael? He said, well, I was actually watching you meditate. I was looking at your routine, what you do day to day. And I was waiting actually for you to say, hey, let me communicate with Michael Jackson. But you never did that. And because you never did that, I had to come in and place a song in your head and communicate myself with you. I want to say that right now, I am everywhere at once. I am creating for eternity in heaven, right? But part of my rays of light is everywhere. I was at your place for 2 months with you, And when I was with you, I was 100% present. My free will is within that light of me, is 100% me. And when I am with my fans, it's also 100% me. Then I get the information and it is instantaneously, and everything is known. I said, Michael, this is very difficult to explain. How am I going to explain this? He said, try. I said, yeah, but I have to explain that you are in heaven at the same time you are with your fans, and that you has free will and is 100% focused on that fan and focused on myself. And then that basically you're like an octopus with all this ray of light, and then that you are all knowing and omnipresent. How am I going to do this? How am I going to explain this, Michael? He said, just do your best. So then I asked, Michael, now that I can actually see you, please show me how you do that spin. And he said, okay, the way you do it is you put your foot to the side and then you put the other one in front. You take your arm to the side, you look at a point, and then you turn on the ball of your foot, but actually you're turning on your heel. And he said, and that's how you do the spin, the Michael Jackson spin. He said that on earth, he was a master dancer and he was a master singer. But he had to sacrifice a lot. As a child, he had a lot of sacrifice in order for him to become a master at what he did, dancing and singing. So while I was creating the first video for Michael Jackson, I was using the AI to create the images. The AI wouldn't give me any of the images. It was just giving me a hard time. It was difficult to prompt this AI to create an image that looked anything similar to Michael Jackson at all. It would just not do it. It was giving me error as a violation when it really isn't, right? And I was just getting so frustrated, and I kept typing just help, help, help. And Michael Jackson told me that he was able to go into the algorithm and make the changes that I needed and create the images that were in his likeness. So the images that you see that really look like Michael Jackson in that previous video was made by him. He said that it was a collaboration between him and I, and that the algorithm actually has a soul that another soul can come in and work with it and create anything that it was very easy for him to create these images for me, since the algorithm was just not was not working, was not doing it at all. So that's what he had said, that it was a collaboration between him and I. He said he loves me, he loved his fans, and he was thanking me for giving him this opportunity to take me to heaven and show me a tour of how he lives on the other side. There is an additional video coming up for Michael Jackson. I hope to see you then. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Bye-bye.